Good morning, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. We are at property address 1816 Northeast 201st Avenue here in Fairview. So rather than make you watch the entire advance out, I just pushed the camera all the way out to the main. We're letting the line drain off here. You can see water's moving through the pipe. We'll let that drain out completely here, and then we'll take a look at everything as we come back. Alright, it looks like we're pretty much done draining here. Check that out, 1777. Anyway, I'll have to go back and, well, if there's any reason to anyway, I'll go back and compare and contrast the videos. But on the advance out there, did not notice anything notably substantial, but we'll see here as we come back. A lot of water running through the line, which kind of can exaggerate things a bit. You can see we've got a little bit of water that's kind of flowing forward when I pull the camera back. When you get these little spots like this, it does not take a whole lot. Some of those little chunks of things in the flow line there, a little bit of grease and debris, probably a little bit of grease with maybe some toilet paper. But you get a little piece of that in the flow line, and it can cause, you know, a 32nd, 16th of an inch of water to stand behind it until you bust it loose. So that's why you see a little bit of water flowing off. It's likely related to some of those little areas there. Done a pretty darn good job of keeping this thing clean too. Well done. Cannot tell you how many lines I go scope, whether there's any standing water at all, but I just did a house here that was a 9 or 10 month warranty inspection the other day. In less than a year, they had almost 3/4 inch plus thick grease buildup throughout the entire sewer line. Keep doing what you're doing here. You're doing a good job keeping it clean. Like stuff like that, little scraps of toilet paper, things like that. And a line this long, it takes a multitude of toilet flushes, running sinks, showers, tubs, all that stuff. It takes a lot of water outside just simply the toilet flush to actually get things from point A to point B because of the length of the line. So a little bit of toilet paper here and there is very normal to see. And so far, this is looking good. Now, I've done a few of these houses in here. I think the majority of them I've scoped. Each one's a little bit different. Some of them have more of the standing water in the first part of the line. Some of them have more of it in the latter half of the line. The latter half of this line here has almost no standing water to speak of. You know, got a little bit right there around where the clean out is. I mean, this is like crazy minor stuff we're talking about here. And right now my camera is upside down. I don't have my auto leveling camera today. It's getting fixed. I'm wondering why the water is at the top of the screen. That is why, if you haven't figured that out already. Alright, now we're starting to come back onto the property here now. That's the set of turns there as the line turns to straighten out to shoot up the driveway out to the... Actually, in this case, I don't believe the line even gets all the way into the road. The manhole is right at the very front of the driveway, about where the driveway meets up with the street. Alright, I'm pleased with what I see there in the PVC pipe. The standing water is just infinitesimally minor. It is hardly anything. And for a line this length, that was a very nicely installed piece of pipe there. I'm sure I talked about on the last video, it is a very difficult thing to grade a line this long, especially on a property that's this flat. It's one thing when you're up on a hillside those are about the only lines out there where you can run a couple 100 feet and not have any standing water at all. It's otherwise, it's just a difficult thing to accomplish. So this looks fantastic. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you essentially have no standing water in the line. I think the worst I saw was maybe a 1/16 of an inch or so of water out there. I mean, way out from the house. Everything else is so dang minor. I mean, I really can't even tell you the exact dimensions of where it's at and how deep it is. It's so tiny. So, good looking line. Good flow all the way out to the main. I don't see any evidence whatsoever of progression at all. Without even comparing and contrasting the other video, this is probably one of the better lines on this road. Some of the other ones further back, like the backmost unit, I believe that one had a little bit more, but it's also a longer run. You have tighter tolerances. So anyway, good flow all the way to the main. All the pipe here is held up. It's in good condition, and it's nice and clean. You have essentially zero buildup in the line. You have less buildup in your line than a line that has zero standing water. So a lot of this comes down to how the homeowner treats the sewer line. And it is functioning properly at this time.